You're listening to The Hang with Mike Manson Waters and Matt Spice Floyd.
I'm turning it down, man. You don't have to adjust your volume. Yep. Pussy.
You know.
Well, you wouldn't make it in the club.
No, not anymore.
Oh shoot! I got wrapped up into that intro, man. I was having fun over here.
Too busy messing with me.
I got too busy messing. I didn't even get my shit ready.
Over here, giving me ear torture.
Just laughing. I was like, "How you like that, Matt? How's that? Your ears bleeding yet?"
Now look what you did, you little jerk.
Welcome to The Hang with Mike and Matt.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, Mike. Salutations.
Greetings
and salutations.
We had a great conversation before the show.
You know, that's...
Got it. Get it off your chest.
Yeah.
We could do that for like 3 hours.
Oh my
3
God.
days straight. 3 days fucking straight.
For real. Oh, yeah.
But alas. I'd rather joke and have fun.
Rather hang.
I'd rather hang.
Oh, man, what's going
It
on?
was a stellar hang last week.
It was fun.
I had to pull off the Tom's Teasers. And I played that a couple times during the week. I'm going to play it again when we take a break.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's 4 minutes of solid. That's that Tom's Teasers.
Tom's Teasers.
I think the Lake of Fire religious talk was pretty good too. I went back. I don't usually listen back, but it was so good. I listened back to some of it.
Well, you know, it was a sweet hang.
So good.
Sweet hang.
I hung twice.
I did listen. I was taking my little walk, and I was listening on my Spotify app. I was like, I'm marking out to myself.
No wonder we got somebody down there. It's just fucking Matt. It's
just
Matt
me.
and Mike.
It's just us.
Marking out to ourselves. Oh, damn it. I thought we were really gaining
No, just me
viewers.
on repeat.
It was a stellar hang.
It was. Let's hope we can live up to it this week, right? Back to back.
It's too much pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
It's been back to back to back for a year and a half.
That's true.
I was thinking about that today. It's like, I think we've been doing this a year and a half, right?
It's about right.
Or maybe a little more.
You look the goddamn same. I know that much.
Yeah, that's what you say.
I do say. I mean, for real. Like
It's the dark lighting. I like this perfect lighting for me.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't, like, to be honest with you, I don't even like the camera thing.
And yeah, you'd rather just be radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
There's just something that, like, I'll despite I leave my hat low, you know, I'm just not, I'm not that guy. I don't know. I'm not, you know, some people, like, they're really good on camera and they're really.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't be on Twitch unless the show had been on Twitch. I was like,
Right. Well, here we are.
There's nowhere else to go.
Got to do a webcam thing.
I got to do a webcam thing. And it took us about 4 to 5 months to get the studio, to get our act together, and to get this. So we were in a card table in the back room. With a Yeti microphone and a computer, Jabrone City.
Making it happen.
Jabrone City, but we plugged along.
Nice.
Just embarrassing.
Well, again, hopefully we'll have a good hang tonight. I'm sure we will. And we will pay attention to the chat.
Let's do a spit take.
If you all will have us, if you'll welcome us into your home.
How long shall we play this game? This cat and mouse. Hey, I think we need.
Chat charade.
I think we just need to fuck the chat and get this. You know, it's these mind games. Get them over. We know we want each other. Let's just do it. You know you want us. Well, you know you want us. Every day we don't talk to you, you want us more.
I will tell you the way you promote this show. I noticed it on my way over here. And it's a picture of my face and your face in some, pasted onto some image. And at some point, Mike, I mean, my likeness is getting screwed over here. At some point, I've got to have some integrity of my likeness.
Oh, okay. You want me to stop? You want
No,
me to stop?
I don't really care. But it is at some point. It's like your the Ned X handle. You're like a butt plug for you. A butt plug. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like
It was an Oprah takeoff.
just here to hang.
You get.
Oh,
a
I
butt
get
plug
it.
and you get a.
But it's my face
Well,
on the butt plug comment.
Ned, he doesn't like to hang. He feels it's stealing a little of his thunder, and he says, "Fuck you guys." I tried to get him to come in and hang with us. He refused.
There's that puppet. I'll just set him there.
I said, yeah. But I see, it's just if I wasn't hosting the show,
Yeah.
but you can't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good enough to host and think of clever comments as another person as well. It's hard. It's too hard.
Yeah, that's.
You have to get in almost like a mindset of who you're talking to.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I get it.
it's hard.
I get it. Well, man, what a week, dude. Like I you said it before. It's like, didn't we just do this? And I'm thinking, yeah, we.
That was a fast week.
It was a very fast,
Crazy.
week. And there's just all this action going on. And every week I tend to think I'm going, boy, there hasn't been that much going on this past week. And then I'm on my way over here and I'm thinking to myself, like, no, there's been a lot. Like, for God's sake, the JFK files got released yesterday. And, like, there is
Astronauts came back.
Astronauts came back. I mean, there's all these things, and you go, it's only been a week. How much could there have really possibly been? And then you go, whoa, it's actually quite a bit.
I think we're jaded. People want more news. If we don't get 4 or 5 exciting events in 1 week, we're like, there's nothing going on.
You know what? Speaking of, can I just let me throw this out there? Is the drone thing, is that still happening? Can we do a check-in with the drones? Because that obviously fell off, and then, like, I literally don't hear anybody mentioning it anymore, but I don't know if they're still up there or if people are just going,
It's a 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah.
They were like,
which I get, but I want to go. I want to do a check-in. I want to,
Yeah,
are they still? Is it still at least happening, or is it not even happening?
I predicted that when it started. I said it's going to be a month of drones. The drones will go away, and in 6 months we'll be going, remember those drones?
Yeah.
And they never even really figured it out, and it just went away. And
But are they still actually up there?
I have no idea because they don't cover it, so I don't know.
I love your Zoltar style prediction of like, it'll be a month and everything will be forgotten. Yep.
It's so true. I saw something on the internet, on Twitter yesterday. The guy somebody in the Army was saying something about the drone. So I was like, are they still going on? Or was this, they're still just rehashing why they didn't know what was going on?
Did you get to the bottom of it, or did you get lost in the news cycle?
I'm lost in it. So I don't know what's going on with the drones. Obviously, it was some kind of distraction. What were they doing? Find out what really went on that week. Something went on that week.
I'm still going with the lost nuke. I'm that's the one that just makes the most sense, and I know it's blasé now, but I think that is probably makes the most sense. I'm just curious if they're still going on and people are just like used to it now. You know what I mean? Like remember after after 9/11 and there was no planes in the sky, and you look up and there was nothing, and then all of a sudden planes started popping up, and you look up and you go, oh my God, planes, and then you get used to it over time. I wonder if that's just the way the drones are now, where it's like, all right, they're up there, and nothing we can do about it.
What are you gonna bother stopping and taking pictures of them if nobody cares anymore? You can put it on your feed and people are like, yeah, we see that every night.
Yeah.
We're just used to the drones. I think
this is old news now.
I think they got used to the drones. VW Rick has a 90 stream watch streak.
Damn.
He's got bots.
We'll take it. Thank you, VW Rick.
Appreciate the bots. So I don't know what's going on with the drones, and I don't know whatever happened with it. Didn't they just excuse me, just say like, hey, that's just regular drone activity, hobbyists? And
they said some of it was hobbyist, and it was like almost like copycat activity, but there was still the ones that were up there were basically approved to be up there, I think is what the bottom line was. It wasn't, they didn't acknowledge any foreign states, countries, anything like that, right? I think they just basically said, yeah, they were approved to be up there, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You know,
But
such
I don't think
such a middle school explanation of it, but I think that's literally what they gave us.
And that's all they have to say. And I don't think you're ever going to know, because there's at least two of the things would be, okay, the nuke thing. They're not going to tell you about that. They don't want the people going, yeah, they're suitcase nukes and they're loose and, you know, we're looking for it.
Right.
They don't want that out at all. Or it was another country, China or something, that showed how easy they could do that. You know, they're not telling.
Both cases are
They're not going
bad
to tell
news.
you, and they're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
They're going to go, oh, it's normal FAA activity, right?
But-
So we'll never know until it's too late.
But again, if you go back a few years, China had that balloon and they had 24/7 coverage. They had that F-35 where to come by, pew, finally pop the balloon.
right.
It was like,
Whoa,
woo,
USA,
America!
USA.
Pop that balloon, yeah,
with
America.
a $30,000 missile, take down that material.
And then don't tell us what's inside of it, America. That had to be a sweet gig for that pilot, though. That pilot was probably
Finally had some action.
right? Like, that's got to be the ultimate of going, wait, so I got to go up there. I get to pop the balloon? Like, this is my...
And they said,
I'm
there's no, you don't have to be scared. It's not a Chinese jet coming at you that might kill you. It's like just a sit and duck balloon.
But the world is watching you. You imagine if he missed.
Oh, that would have looked bad. They would have lied about it. They would have just showed the video of it.
Balloon ducked out of the way, maneuvered.
Yeah. And then there would have been a conspiracy that 2 rockets had been fired at the balloon, but they only said 1 because.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure. I mean, even if you got target lock, I mean, you never know.
I don't know.
Things happen.
Target lock, maybe it's that easy. You just hit a button.
I don't know. I watched Top Gun. That's where I get target lock
That's
from.
that's 1980s technology.
Beep!
Imagine.
And you remember Top Gun? And like they're bobbing and weaving. They're doing a dog fight, and then all of a sudden you hear, "I got lock," and you hear, beep, and then pew, fire 1, pew, fire 2. Like that was the only thing I could equate to any sort of dog fighting.
I'm sure
technology.
they got it. It sounded good to me. I bought it. You should just Brent Hatley'd it. Come on, buddy. I was like, yeah, the lock-in technology.
Beep, pew, fire 1. And then he's I'm out of missiles. I'm switching to guns. And then all of a sudden they shoot guns. But in both movies, I don't know if this is the way it works in jet technology or not, but they roll out. Okay, so like the jets are like, oh, we got incoming fire, because all these guns from the jets are firing, and they just roll left or roll right, and then all of a sudden all the bullets just pass them by because they rolled left or right.
Right.
I don't know if that's the way it goes or not. Be sweet if it was, but it'd also be sweet if wouldn't you try to figure out some different gun technology where it's like, I know they're going to roll left. Why are all these bullets missing?
Well, I think, you juked out the bullets, buddy. I'm shooting. Are you saying they have lock-in bullets?
I don't know what's
I don't think
going
they
on.
have lock-in bullets.
They need to have lock-in bullets.
Each bullet has a computer in it. Each bullet costs $1 million.
There you go.
They love that
There you
idea.
go.
They'd love that idea.
And
The
then
lock-in bullet project will cost $7 billion.
in Top Gun where he goes, what do you say? I'm gonna stop and let him fly on by, and he just hits the brakes. Just midair, just up in the middle, just hits the brakes, and he flies right by, and then he's on his tail and shoots him down.
The reverse thrusters, man.
Yes.
The reverse thrusters.
But the hard
Everybody
part
knows
is
that.
I don't know anybody who I could talk to. I don't know any fighter pilots so I could be like, hey, so how legit is this? And
Oh, yeah.
And on top of it, if they wanted to look cool, they could totally be like, oh yeah, it really goes down hardcore up there in middle of the skies. They could totally lie about it and make themselves like total badasses.
Or they could be a real badass and go, that's child's play. You have no idea what goes on up there in real war situations. Are you fucking shitting me, Tom Cruise?
So wait, you're telling me in a war situation you were able to turn yourself up inverted, and flick the guy off from? Come on.
What are you, blue? What's what is
Blue
it?
Angels.
Blue Angel style. They're doing Blue Angel shit. They were hot. They were
combat.
They were hot dogging it, Matt. They were hot dogging it.
And the hard deck was 10,000 feet. You knew it, and you blew it. You went below the hard deck. The whole thing.
Hot dogging.
Great movie. The new one was good too.
Bruce Wayne says the pilot could have just dropped a lawn dart on that balloon and saved a lot of money.
That's true.
They could have got a biplane.
Yeah, you get the Red Baron plane up there.
That's it. If you could bring 3 in case you missed.
I did. I mean, I much like most people in the country probably did watch that balloon get that missile and see how quickly that thing just went and dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a pretty sweet American, pretty awesome American moment.
It's kind of like the best you're gonna get.
That's
we haven't done great in wars lately, so it was kind of good. You're like, yeah, man, fuck that balloon. That's right. Don't you be sending your balloons over here.
Stupid helium. You and your
balloon
helium. What was floating that balloon? Was it? I mean,
I don't know. Imagine helium, right?
We'll never know.
I mean, if it's a balloon, it had to be helium.
Not necessarily.
What else? Hydrogen.
Chinese technology. Who knows?
Magic dust.
I mean,
magic Chinese air.
Huh? You like Broom? You like magic Chinese air?
Helium. Pshaw.
I had to blow up balloons for a kid's birthday party not too long ago. And now keep in mind, it wasn't helium. It was just me.
Yeah. That gets old after about 3 balloons.
I was like, man, when I was a kid, I could do this all. I felt like I could do it all day. Now I'm going, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to pass out after like 4 balloons. And then I'm looking at this giant stack of balloons left on the table. And I'm going, how many balloons do we really, like realistically, do we need to do all these? And she's like, yeah, we need to do them all. I'm like, God damn it. Is anybody going to help me?
Balloons suck.
And they suck, especially when they're the really difficult ones to blow up. There's some that are easier than others. This package was not.
Some of them you're like,
oh my God!
You feel like you're gonna bust some kind of muscle back here because you're like,
I felt like
you're
I was
Louis
on the power
Armstrong
team
with the cheeks, and it won't go. You're like blowing up that guy. That guy used to blow up the hot water bottle. You ever see that guy?
Of course, yeah. Power team videos.
Till it blew up. I would scare the hell out of me. I'd be terrified to blow up a hot water balloon.
See, I get terrified of balloons popping in general, right? Yeah. So combine that with the terrifying feeling of actually it being in your face and having, you don't want to go too big with the balloon because if it pops,
you get to,
dude, my PTSD is just going to go out of control if I hear that big boom and it goes off. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a fine line.
You're gonna hit the deck.
So in other words, I basically blow up these balloons, but I blow them up super small.
Half-ass. No wonder she wanted so many.
About a quarter of the size they could have been.
I got to do 3 times as many because he's gonna blow up tiny little balloons because he's a giant pussy. I mean, he's got PTSD.
I mean, can we do confetti? Let's go old school.
Oh, confetti's. That's a pain in the ass. Glitter. Don't ever get glitter. It's the worst substance ever known to man.
Glitter.
Who invented glitter?
Gary.
The aliens? Gary. Yeah, that's right. Now you're my boy. Gary Glitter.
Did they officially stop playing that in all stadiums?
I think they brought it back.
They were like,
it's been like 10 years, 15 years.
Hey!
I almost want to Google that. Does Gary Glitter still get played in stadiums? That's a wordy Google.
I mean, Ozzy Osbourne was like a cokehead, but they're still playing I.
Well, touching kids.
Okay, all right. Let me. Yeah, you're right. All right, let me take it. Let me just. All right, think of any song it played in a stadium ever. Tell me one of the stadium anthems that everybody associated with it was like perfectly a clean, normal citizen throughout their entire life. And it's like, oh man, they were a great individual from beginning to end. There was never any problems. Like all the rappers, they all, there's records there. Every stadium anthem has got shit attached to it.
Name some of these stadium anthems.
I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank because it's
a good question.
Stadium freaking let's see. Gary Glitter, does it still play in stadiums? Give me a mic.
Yeah, you Google that. I'm gonna do stadium anthems.
Here it says it's quietly fading from play. That doesn't sound like. I bet they brought it back.
We Will Rock You. I mean, Queen.
Here we go. Hey Song is back at Maryland.
It is?
They brought that. That's one place that brought it back. All it takes is one. They're like, yeah, everybody loves rock and roll. We can't help what the guy did.
Okay.
The guy, he made good art.
Well, I mean, Michael Jackson, you get that argument all the time, but it's like, I mean, the music was good. I think Gary Glitter, that was probably, for some reason, I put Gary Glitter in a different category than Michael Jackson, most likely, because he didn't have as many hits.
He was convicted, too. One was convicted and one was not.
Fair.
I mean, you have to at least give a 2 to 5% chance that the verdict was correct.
If OJ was still alive and OJ was doing that, you know, where they put people on the big Jumbotron and they're like, you know, like back in the day, they used to have that Nasty Boys, a Brian Knobs guy, and he would come on the stadium and be like, everybody get rowdy. It's time we're in the second half. Tampa Bay's going to blah, blah. Like, what if OJ was to film one of those? Would people cheer or would they boo?
That's a social experiment we'll never get. Because, well, you know, you could do that.
I kind of want to cheer.
You could do that with AI. They could easily, and not tell anybody, just put it up there, and people would think it was like a retro, and you'd get to see their reaction. What would it be? What do you think it would be?
Okay, we're going OJ?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first let me say, if it was Michael Jackson, I think you'd get all cheers.
I agree with that.
You know,
I agree with that.
For some
sure.
reason, that's just the way it's going to go.
He was a very likable toucher.
OJ.
And very talented.
OJ's difficult because he was a football player.
A Hall of Fame football player.
So he gets that credit.
I mean, he's big
going
time.
in.
He was a Hall of Fame football player.
He wasn't convicted.
And a movie star.
I think
and
OJ
a television
gets cheers.
commentator. He was the Joe Rogan of his day, and I didn't even realize it.
I think he gets cheered.
He was the king of all media.
I'm going 70-30. Cheers
70-30. I don't know, because I'm trying to think of myself. If I'm there with Donna, I know the first thing we're going to do is go, can you believe it? And we're going to start talking about it. Like going, can you believe it's an OJ?
Is that OJ up there? That's
and
crazy.
So there wouldn't be immediate cheers. And then maybe if other people would cheer, we go, yeah, let's cheer.
You got to look around.
Just for the hell of it. Yeah, hell of it.
You got to see if, and it also depends if your wife, right? If she's a Karen, and you see that body language, she folds her arms up or something. You go, well, I guess I can't cheer for OJ being on the Jumbotron. Tough call.
That's a good. That's a good.
Okay, let me throw this one out there. Let's throw this one out there. Zelensky.
Oh my God.
Zelensky's on the Jumbotron.
That I almost want to pay, like as an ad. You know, they put ads on the Jumbotron, and I just want to put a big picture and see because it could be a giant boo fest. And I bet there would be like 20% of the people are like, oh, yes, Ukraine. And then 80% they're going to be like, oh, never mind.
See, and here's, I guess, the point of it is, you know, a football stadium, if you're taking a sample size, a football stadium is true Americana.
It truly is.
So if you really want to take a litmus test of any of it, you put the figure on the Jumbotron, and that's going to tell you essentially what America thinks, right? I mean, a UFC fight you can't do that with because Trump's going to get. I mean, everybody's loving Trump.
For some reason, people who like fights,
it's a lot to the right,
are more right.
But Zelensky on the Jumbotron.
I think the idea is it's the ultimate litmus test because left-wing people love sports just as as much.
So you're even going in.
Every politician you're going to see wearing, their colors from when they're in high school. I mean, college. Sometimes they're like, "Yeah, I went to Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Go Buckeyes." So it's going to be. But I think
Zelensky gets booed.
Like I think Zelensky, everybody on the right. Which it's me, unfortunately, now, because I used to be in the middle, and now for some reason I'm viewed as a right-wing lunatic. As soon as the Ukraine war started, I was like, why are we going to another war? Fuck war. We don't need to be involved in it. We don't need to be sending them shit. Let them handle it themselves. We need to go back to the non-interventionalist shit. Like, hey, at least in 4 years Trump, we didn't do that shit. Non-interventionalist. No more wars unless it threatens our national security, and that's fucking it. So and I'm not right wing.
So
That's just my position on all wars.
So Zelensky comes on the jumbotron.
Boo!
You're booing.
I'm booing. I get from the get go.
From the get go.
I don't give a shit who's around me.
Okay,
I'm booing.
Let me throw out a couple more. Biden gets put on the jumbotron.
I'm booing him too. I didn't like him before he was president.
All right, let me throw out a wild card.
Wild card. Yeah.
Elon Musk
Ooh, that's a good one too.
on the jumbotron.
I think it's a thing where if you hate Elon Musk, you think everybody's gonna boo him, and you're gonna get drowned out because most people.
I'm going 80-20. Cheers.
I'm going 75 to 82.
Yeah.
Because people don't get like Chuck Schumer was on The View. I don't know.
Boo!
That's a boo.
Put that guy in the
That's a boo
jumbotron.
for sure.
Why does he look like Geppetto?
He looks evil. He just looks like a villain.
Evil
He looks like a
Geppetto.
villain. You put him and Lindsey Graham together in some kind of evil villain gay porn, it would sell 1 billion copies.
Nancy Pelosi's off in the corner working herself.
Oh, he was on The View and he was talking about the Doge deal, Department of Government Efficiency, and saying, and all this outrage with Elon Musk, and he's saying, and the things he was saying, he was going, people are saying, I've worked hard my whole life. I built myself up. I pulled myself up. I made all this money, and now the government's trying to tell me what to do. They hate government. And that point is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how people feel, and that's just. We're tired of getting effed by a government that's stealing and wasting and stealing our money.
You could see his tits getting bigger as he was speaking. Like
He was
fitting right in with the
He's
View.
gonna go trans and get a weekly gig there. Chastity Schumer.
His next appearance, he's gonna wear lipstick. He's gonna slowly morph. Yeah, no, it came across very poor. I thought.
That's the times where I think, yeah, this is all fake, and Chuck knew that he had to go on The View and say this preposterous bullshit because it's all a work. I can't figure it out because, in my opinion, they would never let Trump and Musk get away with this because he's messing with tens of thousands of people's fantastic schemes. The government pays so much money to all these other crooked people.
Yeah, do you know how long it took them to get all these tens of thousands of schemes in place?
It took 100 years.
Now all of a sudden,
And they're going to get a stuff. They wouldn't let that happen at all. Are you insane? Because it's both parties. They're really playing the game now and pretending like, oh, look at what the Democrats have been doing for decades. It's like, and what have you been doing? You've been going to church?
Yeah.
You've fucking been doing the same shit. So something's going on.
Kamala Harris on the jumbotron.
Oh, that's a boo.
Boo,
Democrats are booing her. Because if you want to talk about fucking it up for your party, she was a horrible candidate.
Tim Walz isn't doing himself any favors with his recent Tesla remarks.
Especially, first of all, the one where he said he could whip
you
could whip the average guy, MAGA guy's ass. I'm like, he's a fucking twink. He's a pudgy twink.
I saw some big giant African American dude who's like, "Hey, Mr. Walz, you want to come? Name the time, name the place." And I'm going, "Wow, okay, that was like But I'm thinking to myself like, all right, is this guy threatening Walz now? Like, at what point now we're resorting to like
it's
street fight antics?
The professional wrestling, which is Washington, has finally reached preposterous levels.
Yeah,
it's getting more ridiculous every day. Tim Walz. Why? Okay, he's talking about Tesla, and now you've seen the Tesla fires. Oh, I did tell Donna we're gonna check the camera to go key your Tesla.
I've got Sentry mode on. I've got cameras everywhere.
Oh,
on that
sweet!
thing.
We're gonna get the video of
That's
Donna
right.
keying your Tesla.
Don't even think about it.
Can you imagine? In America, traditionally Americans don't protest unless it's like the Vietnam War. They don't protest. They don't protest over some rich guy cutting government waste.
It's so weird.
They don't light Tesla. They don't commit violent acts of protest. And I've seen the Tesla's keying videos.
Yeah.
They're all over. And it's like, we got some kind of weird mental illness going on in this country. that people are so wrapped up in politics that now they just loathe the other side. They just hate the other side.
Dude, you are so right. And I don't do a lot of going places, right? I don't.
It's best that way.
It is best that way. But I'll tell you what, getting in my car and going anywhere this past week has been a little strange. There's been a little, not that I'm like super afraid of somebody doing anything to the car, right? But the fact that there's a possibility out there is so strange. But then I look around and I go, oh, well, there's a Tesla next to me. There's a Tesla in front of me. There's a Tesla 2 cars back. And I'm one of, millions and millions. But it is very strange to think that I could pull up to a light and somebody could be like, hey, fuck you. And it's like, this is 2000. This is many years ago. Like, this
exactly.
I didn't just buy this car. Like, I didn't buy it to support Elon. I bought it because I like the car. Like, I didn't do it for any other reason. At that point in time when I purchased my vehicle, he was a Democrat, for God's sake. You know what I mean? Like, he was a Democrat.
People loved him.
Yes.
It wasn't until very recently that people act like he's the worst person ever.
I got my bumper sticker. It says I bought this when Elon was a Democrat.
Did you? You should. It's not a bad idea.
Not bad.
But where's my note? Where's my goddamn note? I was so close.
Oh, it's lost in the sauce.
I think our algorithm is people burning Teslas and people keying Teslas because, like you see, it's not really out there. The media takes 5 Teslas getting keyed in the United States and act like it's an epidemic.
Yeah.
And they're making, they're stoking the fire. Everyone hates Teslas. No, I see them everywhere.
They're everywhere.
I drive around there everywhere.
It's a lot of keying.
And I've never seen anybody like rolling down their windows going, oh, it's a big fucking phony job.
I don't even know many people that have keys anymore, to be honest with you. They got a key fob my car.
Got to carry a paper clip with you.
It's some sort of sharp, pointy object.
Gotta get a paper clip.
Yeah, dude, it's very nuts. And like the Tesla stock, and I'm sitting here going, I don't know, man, pretty sweet buying opportunity if you're into stock. Like, it's down, it's getting crushed, but it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's a sign of the times. In a year's time, or when this news cycle passes and the next things come along and blah blah blah, you're gonna look back and go, oh, that was actually a pretty good thing he did. It's just gonna take people some time to wrap their heads around it. But I still don't want to associate it with anybody that doesn't understand that.
Okay, all you said, plus he just went up and rescued the astronauts. Isn't that like normally an American hero tale? They're going to make a movie about how Elon Musk said, well, I'll step in and I got my own program and I'm going to go up and get those astronauts. And he fucking did it. Dude, that's impressive.
It's so impressive. And here's the weird part. And I know this is probably not going to be a favorite comment, but like, what's NASA doing about it? What do they have to do with anything? Like, even yesterday, you're watching all this go on, right? And NASA's got their logo in the top corner of the screen.
Taking credit.
There's a little credit, and they're like, well,
the NASA's logo.
Yeah, it's basically we at NASA we've done a really great job of being able to build this relationship and privatize space. And I'm thinking to myself, like, no, NASA for so long fought against like reusable rockets. I remember distinctly there was a lady from NASA on, and she's like, reusable rockets aren't it's never going to be a reality. Yeah. It's not a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. Like, basically never wanting to step forward in the future. And then it happened. But now all of a sudden NASA, now we're really great working partners. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at NASA rescuing those astronauts. I look at it as SpaceX.
Yeah.
Sure. Is there a partnership? Yeah. Is it a reciprocal program? I don't necessarily think so. I think NASA probably is still stuck on the ground with a lot of shit.
I think so too.
You know?
I think it's a perfect example of government. You have NASA as a government agency. And if you believe we went to the moon, that was like...
don't do this.
No, but that's in 1970.
Yeah.
And now, 55 years later, we can't get back to the moon because this bloated government agency stopped trying years ago. They're just a self-perpetuating money machine like every other government agency. They kind of and they DEI'd themselves out of going to space.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what it looks like.
It's
Elon Musk. His is a startup.
yeah.
Startup blew by the 7-year-old agency.
Yeah.
That's a kind of a, they probably got fucking computers and shit from the 1980s. There's no money for new computers. There's money to get
big buttons.
The money is stolen and wasted, and it doesn't go to getting people into space anymore. And that's kind of obvious. Because they can't get people into space anymore.
I did see, when the SpaceX flight took off and they were on their way up to dock with it.
I missed that.
Okay, so I was watching it, and it shows the thing in space, but then it had like this weird camera angle of something following it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, what's following it? How does this take place? Is this an imaginary thing? And I still don't know, but I feel like they were at least trying to say it's actual footage. This is, the SpaceX. It's going to dock. But it's in orbit. But I'm seeing a camera like following it. Like, I'm going, how did that happen?
I'm thinking the same thing. It's almost as if, as long as they don't say that it's real, they're not saying it's real, but it's some animation. Because it sure seems like the red and blue lights.
Who's controlling the thing behind the thing?
It just looks so perfect. It looks so video game-ish.
Yes, it did. So I wasn't the only one that at least was.
No, I played it and went, come on, look at this shit.
But just tell us it's AI, or tell us like, hey, this is a rendering. Like, I'd be okay with that. But if it's not real. Again, I'm fine with it just being like, hey, this is a rendering of what it looks like as it's making its way up.
Hard to take pictures in space.
If it was real, who the hell's what capabilities and what's following it? What's getting a perfect view and a perfect angle on this thing? All the way up.
Yeah, what kind of thing has a camera outside? You're going through you're going into space through the Earth's atmosphere, all these G's, but you got cameras. Look, you got some GoPros strapped to the boosters. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, I don't know science. I'm just talking out my ass.
You're a science bitch.
I'm a science bitch for sure. That's a great one. I saw a clip today of It's Always Sunny, and I didn't think about it when I was watching it, or maybe I did. I've forgotten it. It's about them. Where a guy from Israel comes and buys the land the bar's on.
Yep.
And they're doing this is our bar. We've had this bar for 20 years. It's our bar. And it's like, oh, I see what they're saying. And now I know why that show didn't get quite the recognition it deserved.
Every episode, it's a la South Park in certain respects.
Oh, the stuff they did on abortion and stuff. It's just.
The trans episode of It's Always Sunny, it's the Jimmy Buffett episode where they're on their way to go see Jimmy Buffett, and then they get into a whole bathroom discussion of whether or not it's the men's room or the women's room. If you haven't seen that one,
I might not have seen that one.
It's one of the most recent seasons.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I think I haven't seen the last season.
You will love that episode.
I think the last one I saw was Dennis when he's having the breakdown about social media and Apple and all that stuff. It's like that was a really good one.
All the appointments he's got to make. And
yeah, that's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Next season, it's coming up.
Still coming up.
Yeah. I want to say September for some reason.
That might be too many seasons.
No.
Yes.
As long as they don't lose their edge.
Usually, you kind of come up with ideas for how many years? 15, 15,
yeah, this
16,
will be the 17th season, I think.
That's a lot of ideas, man.
Well, it's a lot of ideas, especially when you see Rob McElhenney, a.k.a. Mac, in the show, and then you see him in real life and doing interviews, and he's a very kind of like left-leaning guy in his viewpoints, which is fine.
Yeah.
But then you look at the show and his character, it's,
Oh, he's the opposite.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see how he's able to pull that off and help write the episodes as being somebody that's not stepping outside of his own morals and sort of values.
Because it's crazy because traditionally the left would be the comedy, the more edgy comedy. You know, they're more free speech oriented back in the day, and then in recent years it's just flip flopped. Where if you're left, you're like, oh, well, you're no fun at all. You don't have
fun.
You don't have. What words can I not say around you? Fuck that shit. I don't want to be around anybody who's worried about what words I'm going to say around them.
That's why. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm not.
But that's why also in public I don't really say much, and I say folks again. Folks. Getting away with folks.
You folks. The real Obama deal.
What's up with Alec Baldwin? I sent you
I probably have the clip that you're talking about.
And I've been watching his reality show.
I'm sad to hear that.
Well, it's on my favorite freak network, which is whatever, TLC or whatever, where it's the home of, like, there's like midget baby shows, and then there's like 600-pound people shows. God. It's the network of
freaks.
It's a whole carny network, okay? And then all of a sudden, Alec Baldwin's got a show.
It's a freak show.
But I didn't think, I'm going, Alec Baldwin. Oh my God, no, not The Departed, not Beetlejuice, not some of my favorite classic movies. Why are you on the Freak Network? Like, what's happening here? And I'm watching him on the Freak Network. But then, so I'm kind of getting to know his wife through that show, at least, and getting her personality and his personality, and then I see this clip, and I'm going, I don't know if is she a bitch or is she not a bitch?
Well, this sure seems. My wife is not doing this to me, and I'm not doing
on
this
the red carpet.
I'm not doing this to my wife.
It seems a little.
A
little extra.
I'm not bitching my spouse out in public like this.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why. Yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
What does that look? This is right here. This is a cry for help. This is help me, America. I've got 6 children with this crazy woman. Help me now.
In the
help
show,
me.
See, all I know in the show, which again, it's a reality show, but it's not really reality. But she doesn't seem like a bitch. She seems like a loving, supporting wife.
Well, but that's all fake.
Well, that's the thing. But then you see this clip and you go, "Ooh, that was a nasty turn." Like, I'm confused on what to think of her. Or what to think of Alec, to be perfectly honest.
Or to think of this guy. I mean, or do they get together and go, I'm going to pretend to interrupt you on the red carpet, and you're going to scold me, and everybody's going to watch our reality show now because they're going to think I'm a bitch. And they can watch me get bitched out. I don't know. It's bizarre.
I'll tell you what, in the show, you can really see his age shine through. Like, you can see, like,
how old is he?
I want to say like 65.
Oh, I think he's older than that.
But he's got like
he looks older.
You can see he's kind of losing his gait. He's kind of lost his step. He's kind of moving a little bit slow. But he's OCD, and he's which being OCD and slow.
66, yeah.
It's not great.
Coming up on 67, and he looks like he's 72.
Yeah.
I
think that trial put it on him, dude. I think that trial took 15 years off his life.
Plus killing somebody.
Yeah.
Killing somebody can't be good for your mental, sleeping at night. When you think about every night you go to sleep, unless maybe he's not that kind of person. Maybe he's a sociopath. He goes, every time I go to sleep, I'd be like, shit, I remember I fucking shot that girl in the face. Oh, fuck, I can't sleep right now.
I am a firm believer. I think he has deep regret over that whole situation. I think he's got very deep regret over it. But you can see it's kind of really taking its toll.
Or his 6 kids with this woman at age 66 taking its toll.
And a murder rap. Like, think about it. That's a lot going on. Because I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to pass on the red carpet. Instead you get chastised by the wife on the red carpet. It looks like a recipe for disaster.
And he's an accomplished actor.
Oh yeah,
he's done comedy, he's done film, he's a well-known A-lister for years, and now he's got to play second fiddle to this crazy chick.
I mean, she is smoke show.
That's kind of she don't deserve it. You know, she don't deserve it. She don't deserve shit.
Well,
She's
hold
nobody.
on.
Without Alec Baldwin, she's nobody. She's nothing.
She would find another A-list. She'd be fine. She'd figure it out. She said, my whole theory, she's too hot to fail. That's the way it goes. Too hot to fail.
It's amazing. I saw something today. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's this woman, and they're like, she's dating this guy after she just got done dating. Who's the guy dating Selena Gomez or something?
Oh my God. The guy with the curly hair.
Yeah, but him and another. So this was their third famous guy, and it's like, I think, you know, when you start going out to date a girl who's on her third famous guy and she's not famous, I think we got a pattern here that you might want to watch out. She might be seeking out rich guys trying to get knocked up for a meal ticket.
Again, goes back to too hot to fail. She'll be just fine.
It's working for her. She struck out twice, and
now I want to know who
batter
she
up.
is.
I can't remember. It was three definite famous. What's that guy's fucking name? Bernie? No, what's that guy's name?
Bernie.
He looks like a Bernie, doesn't
I
he?
think Bernie Sanders is the last Bernie born.
The hell's that
I don't think
guy's
anybody's naming their kids Bernie.
name? I can never remember this guy's name.
You're talking about the record producer.
Yeah, Blanco. Benny Blanco.
Benny
It's close. Bernie Blanco.
Bernie Blanco.
Bernie Blanco. The guy's a caveman. He's a mutant.
He does look very,
He's
very
frightening.
Neanderthal-esque.
He's frightening. Martin Short's going out with Meryl Streep.
What? Hold on.
Martin Short is dating Meryl Streep.
That's legit?
That's legit.
Man. Wait, all the A-list gossip. I didn't know Mike had. This is your 1972 gossip corner.
See, guys, girls don't care as much about looks. Guy like Martin Short.
Well, I mean, Meryl Streep is getting a little long in the tooth.
That's true. Once you get in your 60s,
She's not the Meryl Streep of old. You know.
And he's not the Martin Short of old.
Right. They've both made an agreement to go, look, we're not getting any younger here. We might as well hang out together. I don't think at that age it's about the sex. It's not about anything.
No,
it's just finding
about the
common ground.
The connection, yeah.
Yeah, and a commonality with somebody where you can go, hey, I've known you for 30 years. You're not together with anybody. I'm not together with anybody. What do you say we fucking go get dinner at some restaurants?
Yeah, lonely. I'm bored as shit.
I mean, if you're Meryl Streep, you could go with somebody else, but they're probably not going to have the best interest in mind.
Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a little different story. It just goes to show it's the same story. Personality.
He's got a great personality.
The personality. Ugh.
I think Benny Blanco knows he's got a great personality.
I think he knows he's hideous too.
Yeah,
he doesn't care. He doesn't care because he's rich as hell.
He's not trying to shave his unibrow. He's not trying to do anything. He's just being Benny Blanco.
Just being Benny Blanco, multi-millionaire.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Songwriter. How does this guy get to be a multi-millionaire songwriter? What's up with that? I want to know the Benny. Who'd he blow? I want to know the Benny Blanco story.
Remember Behind the Music?
Behind the music, Benny Blanco.
I start off blowing.
I think I said that a couple weeks ago. Nepotism and blowjobs. That's the world. And I don't blame nepotism.
Well, sometimes nepotism creates very talented kids.
And if you can do it for your kid, who's not going to do that for your kid? Nope, I don't believe in nepotism. You're going to make sure your kid. You're going to try to set your kid up.
Unless you're Warren Buffett. I think he's notoriously not set his... Well, okay. Well, two things. One, I heard Hackman, Gene Hackman, didn't have anything left to his kids in his will. It all went to the wife, who's also dead. That's... Again, this is now your 1982 Gossip Corner. So the Gene Hackman will, I think, goes all to... Or at least, I don't know how it goes from there. But then... Furthermore,
wow, all to her. So you don't.
But she's a goner.
You don't know he didn't like his kids.
That's the thing.
Or she just went, F your kids, me love you long time.
Right, give it to me. Exactly. And if you're the kids, when you find this out, did you know prior? Or if you didn't know prior, now you find out, oh, my dad's passed, my stepmom's passed, everybody's gone. and I guess I'll be taking over the estate. And then you find out like he left you nothing.
So who does the money go to?
He's stuck in probate, and then the courts figure it out.
Is
Or
the
something.
government going to steal it?
Probably.
Government going to take it? So do you not get it? If you're the closest relative, do you get, by default, unless it's specifically stated in the will, it's like, don't give nothing to them kids ever, no matter what.
I mean, you're talking probably a 5-year court battle to figure it out. By that time, Hackman's kids are probably 80.
That's true. He was 95.
Yeah, they're not far behind.
Keep the money. Who needs that hassle?
I think Warren Buffett's kids, though, there was some story. I don't know if he gave them. He basically gave them $1 million or $10 million. It's something, in the grand scheme of things, a very minuscule amount of his overall wealth, and is like, hey, I'll give you this. This is all you're getting. You can invest it. You can do it. One of those things. And I'm sitting there going, I think that's pretty smart. It teaches them okay, they have enough to do okay. But not enough to not work or try to figure it out.
Yeah,
and I like that formula.
I kind of do too. If you give your kids, Warren Buffett, it's kind of old, but if you leave your young adult children, $50 million, some of them are never going to work again in their life, and they're going to be, worthless.
Yeah, 80% are not going to work.
No.
The other 20% are going to have a politician set up an NGO, and they'll get paid a banana salary and pretend to do charity work.
That's a gig right there. I'll take that gig. Do you recognize this shirt right here? I think we're frozen. Are we frozen? Are we frozen? Oh no, that's an old show. Are we sure? Is it? What's going on here? Let me refresh this.
No, wait. That you gotta.
That looks like us, right? Yeah, that's us, and it's.
Hold on. Minimize that screen.
I'm gonna refresh it. We're going good here.
But you're not on the.
Move, Matt. Move. Oh. Yeah, we're okay. You're just on delay. Your camera's on delay. Oh, this is on a delay. Never mind. Okay, so we're good now. Want to get high? What are we gonna say? No.
You were saying about your shirt.
I think we were frozen though. Because the chat started again. That's what made me suspicious. That means we must have gone. We must have gone on for a second. Okay, this is. Do you recognize this shirt or not?
It's a Green Hornet Marlin Ale shirt. I gotta tell you, the only thing I would say that it reminds me of would be the Mickey's Mean Green.
Nope.
Then I have no idea.
We got these shirts from the Vintage Beer T-shirt company.
Okay.
We got all these beer T-shirts on the old show. You didn't get any of them. You didn't want any of them. I love these shirts.
I'm an old English man. What do you want from me? I've got my old English T-shirt.
This is the green.
So that's not Mickey's Mean Green?
No, this is some beer that probably defunct 40 years ago. It's the Vintage Beer T-shirts.
Huh.
This shirt is over 10 years old.
Comfortable?
Look at it. It's like it's brand new.
Pristine.
It's a quality T-shirt.
Well, the best is when you get a nice throwback shirt when it already comes a little sort of faded or damaged looking because it's retro or vintage.
Yeah.
Then the older it gets, it's fitting right in the motif.
I'm just a T-shirt. I'm an old beat. I still got 4 or 5 of them. They're my favorite T-shirts. My wardrobe does not change much. I don't really, I've got a couple going out shirts. That's about it. Nice pair of tennis shoes that I wear just out.
Yeah.
That's about. I don't.
I used to be a big shoe collector. I still have probably 100 pairs of shoes. But I don't really want them or need them or anything. They're just stuff that I've bought in the past. But now, I have a couple pairs of my go-tos. But what am I going to do with the old shoes? I'm not just going to throw them out because they're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But they're sitting there and going, what did I do?
You can bust them out when you're 70.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
That old man in the Jordans.
I've had some sneakers where I'll go, oh, let me take these down and I'll put them on, and the sole will just be unglued. It'll just come unglued because they've been sitting for so long.
Wow,
people too much stuff. People have too much stuff.
AJ the Linger gifted a tier 1 sub. That's 1,084. He's gifted. Hot damn, AJ. He gifted it to Bruce Wayne. Thank you very much.
Can I ask you a question?
Lady
about these?
Cephosaurus resub for 58 months. Go ahead, man.
How do you gift a sub? Like, I think I've tried to ask this before, but I still don't understand it. Like, what do you? So if you're on Twitch, and you're a subscriber, you get like a certain amount of subs a month that you're able to like hand out, like Santa Claus.
No, you have to buy.
So AJ the Lingerer just
bought a sub for a month.
Okay.
For a month, I believe, for Bruce Wayne.
Huh. Okay.
Because it's community here. We're very giving. We're very giving.
That's cool. I don't.
So here on mine, it's since I imagine we're subscribed to our own station, and it says gift a sub. So I would click on it. Then I would gift a sub. I don't know how you cheer all these years. I don't know how you cheer a bit. I couldn't cheer a bit if my life depended on it. I should probably tell people how to cheer bits, Matt. Donna's gonna have to get me up to speed on that. Oh. That's probably what I should be doing, is tell people how to cheer bits.
Well, I got a better idea. I got an idea. I'll tell you off here.
Okay, well, it's about time to take a break. And what better time? Let me jump through all these hoops. What better time than to play Tom's Teasers?
Oh. A Hang highlight.
Tom's Teasers. And we'll be right back with more of The Hang.
Mute.
Mother effer.
Mute.
Mother effer.
Mute.
Volume's muted.
Mute.
Oh, why is Tom's Teasers won't play?
Mute.
Tom's Teasers won't play.
He's not going to play.
Are you fucking shitting me? They took away my Tom's Teasers.
That's messed up.
I'm going to try it again.
Is there
Okay.
deer calls?
Why did that not play? All right. We'll be right back with more of The Hang.
Is there deer calls? Much like there's duck calls. There's some sort of like deer call, like a mating call. And the video showed the championships because, everything in the world has a championships, no matter
Of course,
what it is.
Yes.
And it was like the deer mating call championships. But it's just a bunch of dudes up there blowing this horn or something. But the way it looks, it literally looks like they're giving a BJ to this thing because they have to like pull it out and pull it back in consistently to make the proper call. And I'm thinking, even if I was the best deer mate caller in the world, I'm not getting up there and doing that even for the championship.
Not for the championship of the world.
Doesn't seem normal.
Are you sure? I've never. The only sound I've ever heard a deer make is.
To answer your question, no, I'm not sure.
That's the only sound they make if you startle them. They make that sound, which is like
that would scare me.
That sound is everybody get, and they all run. One guy sees you and goes.
I mean, that would freak me out.
Deer calls.
See, you're gonna call me out on it being a deer, but I really don't know.
It might be. I mean, maybe they don't call each other around here. This guy's got a buck. Here we go. Grunt call. See, this is
dominant buck.
So
I think there's an old DVD of him laying around.
Look at you, just in the tone of your buck call. Adjustable Mylar reed. Oh my god.
Hold on. This is so messed up. So they do this just to bring a deer closer so then they can shoot it.
A buck. They're calling a buck.
So they're not even like in the business of hunting for him. Like he's not even stepping off his porch. He's like, you guys come to me and I'll shoot you. Like this is the height of laziness is where I'm seeing.
See, this is,
I could be wrong.
I'm
sure I am.
This is where I get off of being on board with hunting.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to go shoot a buck, go wander in the forest or go get in a blind and wait and go find a buck. don't lure it there with because pretending to be a
false intentions of getting laid.
Yeah, you're gonna get some ass. So you're
like yeah,
you're hightailing it right toward this guy's fucking rifle. That's being a pussy in the woods is what it's called. It's called being a pussy in the woods. I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
You're right. The Buck's getting all horny. He's like, man, I hear that call. Man, I am in. I'm so in on this. It's mating season, and then you show up, and it's just this fat neck just out there with a shotgun.
With his fucking AR-15.
Looking to blast you while you're sitting there with a buck boner, and you got nothing.
What an asshole. Come fuck me. Come fuck me.
Is that Tony Stewart? Not even making a joke. It looks like Tony Stewart.
It does. That's right. Right before he kissed him with his ass.
He was the dominant buck.
What an a-hole. I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
His
so
Izzer
much.
comes out of the woods.
And Hogan comes too.
Brother. Mating call. What's up, dude?
I'm always in.
Somebody call for a dominant buck.
Dicks! Yeah! Suck our dicks! Suck our dicks! Suck our dicks! Suck our dicks! Yeah! Suck our dicks! Suck our dicks! Suck our dicks!
Little woman I love is named Ramona. She kinda looks like Tempest Storm, and she dance like a little Egypt. She works down the Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile snake farm. Ramona's got a keen sense of humor. She got a tattoo down her arm. It's of a python eating a little mouse, wearing a sailor hat that says Snake Farm.
Welcome back to The Hang with Matt and Mike. Yippee-yo.
Yippee-yo, hour 2. Sweet
Hour
hanging.
Sweet hang. It's the best hang ever, Matt.
The best thing ever, and you can download us and get involved, and Spotify and
Get involved.
Apple and every other place that podcasts can be found. And
Every other platform in the world. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Can't get away with the hang. Away from the hang. I mean,
And you can also subscribe on Mike's YouTube channel.
clusterfshow.com. You want the extra hour of OT, the stellar hour last week.
That's right.
Stellar hour of the Hang OT. Only available, the only place in the world it's available is clusterfshow.com.
And maybe tell a friend, tell a
a-
friend to tell a friend.
And they tell two friends, and they tell two friends. And before you know it,
There's 3 people.
there's 3 people listening. Let's see where that go. This Lynn Carr said your camera was not in focus. Let me check that out. Let's see. Let's go to the Matt cam. Where is it? Looks possibly a little blurry. All right, so we can go here. Bada bing. I'm going to deactivate it.
Just leave it that
I'm
way.
going to activate it again. Yeah, you don't want to be in the... Does that make it clear? I don't know. Let's go to configure video. What do they got? Saturation, white balance. I don't know what any of this shit means.
White balance.
White. Sorry. Contrast.
I'm going to bring in my own ring light.
I'm
I'm going to light myself up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have that a nice uplight.
Fucking ring light. What's wrong with people? Everybody was going to be an influencer. I bet if you polled the high school students, seniors in America, about 60% say they were going to be influencers.
Yeah.
There's only so much influence that you can do.
You know, there's a lot of, yeah. And at some point, your influence doesn't really have much influence anymore because there's too many goddamn people influencing.
Yeah, it's like 12 influencers making money, and the rest are just wannabe influencers, just grinding away.
But meanwhile, the influencer I do like, it's the random ones who will pop up on my feed and it'll show me some cool products from Amazon that it's like, oh, if you didn't know this was available on Amazon, here's what this does. And it's some like weird Vegematic slicer that I never knew existed. And I'm going, wow, that's a really cool invention. I'll take it. I guess that person's an influencer. I don't know. But at least they were showing me something fun. Like they're showing me something cool.
Did you buy it?
No. It's because I already have like 3 veggie slicers from.
And you don't use them, do you?
I don't use them at all. Last time I tried to use it, I cut my finger and then it bled all over the veggies and then I had to throw them out. Those damn veggie slicers.
Damn veggie, yeah. It's best to just use a knife.
I go old school.
Slap chop, all that shit. It's like
slap chop.
that guy
my
was
God.
a rapist, I think, or something. He did something.
No, not the slap chop guy.
Are you sure it wasn't the slap chop? Because the guy was a real weasel looking
The
guy.
ShamWow guy.
ShamWow?
Wasn't he the ShamWow guy? And he had sex with a hooker and she bit his tongue or something like that?
Something like that.
If we didn't get that story right, sorry, ShamWow guy.
Yeah, it's on him. The
Yeah,
ShamWow guy.
Yeah, the ShamWow.
I mean, he just sounded like a shyster.
Dude, he was, he did. But I think they all kind of start off as carnival barkers on some level. Like, that's how you make your...
Billy Mays was a carnival barker?
Probably
Maybe.
at some point. I think that's how you kind of start off. Like, if you ever go to Costco, I mean, you walk through there, they're peddling products all day to you. There's carnival barkers in there, massage chairs and jewelry cleaner and all kinds of stuff. And they're doing a good pitch, like that's like the timeshare people. My God, if you've ever been,
My God.
Look, you can hate on the timeshare people all you want, but as far as a skill set goes, they are good. They present great.
When did you have to sit through a timeshare presentation?
Numerous times.
To get something free?
Yes. It was like that thing like, hey, we can get a $150 gift card. All we got to do is sit through 2 hours. I'm going, it's not going to be 2 hours. It's going to eat up half our day. That's 1 day of our vacation gone. But okay, I'll bite. Sure. And it was like 3 hours. But I didn't even care about the timeshare. I'm looking at the guy's skill set. Like, this guy's good. I mean,
Did you get the timeshare?
No.
Was there a point during the presentation that you were kind of like, no, it sounds pretty good?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, and then they sit down, they put pen to paper, and they try to, strike a deal with you on all this stuff. And honestly, looking back on it, it wasn't that bad of a deal. But we already have a timeshare, so no need to get 2 timeshares.
They have a special, lawyers that will get you out of timeshares.
I know. Yeah.
Because it's hard to get out of them. And almost everybody who gets them, wants to get out of them.
I don't know. They're not that. I guess it depends on where you're getting your timeshare points. Like, for instance, there's these Wyndham properties, and if you buy the points at like a low-level resort, right, like a small city Wyndham or something, you're going to get more for your money than if you were to go buy it at the Wyndham on Clearwater Beach, where you're going to get less points for the money. So I don't know exactly how it all equates, but basically, if you're going to buy resort points, I guess you get them from book it at a smaller place, and then you can trade them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either, dude.
What kind of points or nothing. I don't have a timeshare. I did sit through one timeshare presentation for a set of steak knives.
Did you appreciate his skill set?
No, I was like, shut the fuck up so I can get the fuck out of here. His skill set was so good that Matt didn't buy the timeshare. And you're wasting 3 hours of your day as a guy.
Yeah, that sucked.
And does that, you just par for the course because you got to waste it 5 times before you get one? You think, or
I
what?
mean, he's in a room of 50 people.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
it
you're
was
playing
a,
the odds.
It was like a me and Donna.
Oh, it was a one-on-one?
Alone with two guys.
Ooh. Oh, man.
It double teamed us.
Got you in reverse funnel?
Yeah, it did.
Not a pyramid scheme, a reverse funnel.
But we walked out of there with our steak knives.
So you did get something out of it. I mean, in theory, your time is.
Oh, it wasn't worth it. If I could go get those 2 hours back. It was,
See, that's the thing. Like, I'm going, okay, $150 gift card. Yeah, that's not great. But at the same time, like, if all I have to do is sit there and listen to this guy do a speech for a couple hours, I mean, that's still, $50 an hour. It's not bad. I mean, if you took a time value proposition, yeah, I could have been at the pool, or I just made $150. I don't know.
I feel bad making the guy waste his time. I felt bad.
I felt bad for
I
the
wanted to
sales
tell him
guy
this-
afterward.
I was like, why don't you just give me the steak knives? Because there's no way in hell I can afford or need a timeshare.
Where was the timeshare for?
I don't. This was so long ago.
Was
This
it
is
like
this
Anna
is
Maria
back.
Island?
This is back in the day when me and Donna needed some steak knives.
Sure.
It was before I was in radio.
I got
It was
you.
ages ago. I don't. It was just a general timeshare. You buy a timeshare and
See, now the whole thing
trade
I
it
think works
around the
different.
world.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo. I'm not going around the world, so it didn't matter if I had a timeshare in Bangkok. I'm not going there. I'm not ever going there.
I know a
That's
few.
just me.
I know a few dudes you could sell a Bangkok timeshare to, though, if you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're
There's,
saying.
Stuff going on over there.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I tried to blow the whistle. Oh, look where it got me. Yeah,
peekaboo. Yeah.
it got me persona non grata.
Peekaboo and the lady boy.
Yeah, it looks like a lady, but it's a boy. Yeah, the jeans will rise to the top. Oh shit, dig it.
Macho woman.
Yeah. Macho man. I get it. Yeah, you get what I did there? Yeah, with the macho man and the macho man. Yeah, very clever is what I do here. It's the what are we talking about?
Timeshares or something.
Timeshares.
Just hanging.
It's a new low, timeshares. We talked about the weather and timeshares. You're hanging.
You could trade your points for another place and get some other points, and then you get some free knives and a gift card. And
This is the hang.
Jesus Christ.
This is the hang 2035.
Uh,
I will be still hanging. He said, yeah, Matt, this is our 10th anniversary.
Elon said he was going to Mars. He never
I
did.
I thought he was going to go there. He said there was going to be 1 million people
Is
living
there a
on Mars
A
now.
timeshare up there.
I'm surprised he's not selling timeshares on Mars. He's got a deal where you win a trip to Mars. Elon Musk is starting a March Madness bracket. I'm not kidding. I saw this on a legitimate thing. It wasn't on the internet. And if you win, you get a trip to Mars if you fill out a perfect bracket.
Is it that difficult to fill out a perfect bracket?
I think it's impossible, actually. I don't think it's ever been done.
Ever?
Ever.
Damn.
The odds are just too
wonky, right? I mean,
I think you'd have. I mean,
because how many teams start off?
62.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you got to pick 31 games. 62. 31 games. That doesn't seem right. What's it? Then you got to pick. Why is there an odd number now?
Wait, was it the round? Is 64?
Okay,
is it 64? Round of 64.
Then 32. That's right. 64. Then 32. And you got to pick all those.
An odd number.
Don't put me in charge of the tournament bracket. It didn't work out. At the end, we had 3 teams vying for the championship.
We're getting screwed. We made it to the final 5. Huh?
So that's 64, then 32. Then you got to pick the 16. Then you got to pick the 8. Then you got to pick the 4. Then you got to pick the 2. Then you got to pick the 1. And there's so many variables. And if one team, just one game, it's a crapshoot.
It sure is. Well, what are you going to do?
Thank you for being Todd Clem says Powerball has way better odds.
Then filling out a perfect
That's
bracket?
what he's saying.
That's crazy.
He could be Brent Hatley in us.
That's true.
He just made that up. But he could be right. Because people have been doing it for years and nobody as in legitimate things, and nobody's got a perfect bracket.
So if you have a perfect bracket,
Mm-hmm.
isn't the only way you'd win money on the perfect bracket is to essentially bet a lot of money to be able to win this crazy amount of money?
No, because it's like a national contest.
Oh, it's a
So
national
like
thing.
ESPN will have one. You know, these big sports places and casinos will have these things where.
Are they all
Well, I
filled
mean,
into one
Like you
giant
don't,
pot?
I don't think you have to like if you're on the ESPN, they have I can't remember. I don't know what the price is. What, $1 million?
Okay.
But that's nothing with the amount of publicity and the amount of
Yeah.
mileage they get out of it. You don't have to pay, I don't think, to get in the. You just
Okay, so you just
enter.
fill it out.
Yeah, it's just all for the promo because everybody. Yeah, did you do the ESPN bracket? So it's huge for ESPN. I would assume.
See-
I should have just see. I could have Brent Hatley'd it, but I didn't. I never do. I always put that I think in there.
Here's the stage of my life I'm at. I'm filling out the winner form for HGTV. They do like a new home every year giveaway, and I'm going, ooh, I feel like I got a better shot at winning
Way
that
way better.
than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'll sign up for the Home and Garden Television new home with all the latest and greatest technology. Sure, I've got to live on the southern tip of South Carolina, but who gives a shit?
It's free house.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Lynn Carr says the odds of picking a perfect NCAA bracket are 1 in. That's too many. Yeah, I don't know.
You got too many zeros?
That's crazy. 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Hold on,
17,
is he ribbing you?
18 spaces after the 9.
That's like 9 trillion.
It's 9 trillion. So yeah. Wait a second. The odds of winning Powerball are 1 in 292 million. So that's way better odds.
All right, high thought. Just asking. I don't know the answer to it, but I've thought about this before. All right, so if the odds of winning the Powerball are 1 in 292 million,
Yeah.
this is going to be such a dumb question.
This is stupid. I can feel it coming.
It's so stupid. But let's say you had $1 billion.
Uh-huh.
Could you theoretically buy every single pattern of numbers and guarantee yourself a win?
Okay, so how
Does that make
much
sense?
is the jackpot?
Let's say that the jackpot's at $2 billion. Let's just
$2
say it gets out of control.
$2 billion.
Let's say it gets out of control. Okay. Now the risk you're taking is obviously splitting it with somebody else.
That's the risk.
Okay.
That's the big
Because
risk.
at that point it's going to be huge. But at what point? I guess I'm wondering where the tipping point is. Where it's like, let's say you got 500 million, but the odds are 1 in 292 million. Does that mean you can cover every sort of number combination and sort of guarantee yourself a victory?
I've heard this explained before.
So I'm dumb. Is this
No,
gonna-
I mean I can't remember how, but they say it's not worth it. I don't know why, but they say it's not worth it.
if you're Elon Musk, let's say you're Jeff
But this-
Bezos,
yeah.
and you decide, hey, all right, I'm in on this. Theoretically, I wonder what the amount of money it would take to be able to purchase every number combination to guarantee yourself a win, I guess is my...
Well, if the odds of winning Powerball are 1 in 292,000, 292 million, that means there's 292 million combinations of tickets, right?
That's what
of
I would
numbers.
think. So,
So
then
you-
you would need 200. You'd have
92
to
million-
multiply that by 2.
Why? Because it's $2.
$2
Yeah.
a
Okay.
piece.
So 500. You need like $5 million. Like $500 million to
To guarantee yourself a victory?
guarantee yourself a victory.
Almost 600 million.
Yeah, almost 600 million. And then if somebody won and the jackpot was $1 billion, then you get 500 million minus taxes, which would be like
Oh, it's
300. You would be at 200. Like a
Damn
few,
taxes. Tax man always going to get you.
Because I mean, if they could do it, a billionaire would win the Powerball every week and say, "Hey, it's a racket. I just buy
Yeah.
the right amount of tickets, and some reason it's over my head."
I
man.
feel so dumb asking the question, but it's just something that's I've always
I
I
feel
thought
so
about it.
dumb not being able to answer it.
I thought you were a math genius, dude. Did I sent you a video of in your email of a kid, an Indian prodigy?
I saw this.
What
We got the same algorithm.
dude? I'm in your. I have your password. I log into yours.
That's what it is. Oh my God.
I've been using your account this whole time.
Oh, he's been stifling my account.
I unfollow people.
My
I do the
account's
whole
been-
thing.
Oh, here we go. It's like this kid is. What is he doing with his fingers?
I think he's just being whatever it is.
That's
He
his
is. He's
method.
just being a genius. 'Cause
I don't
he's-
even understand the numbers flashing on the screen. What do they mean?
Okay, if you go to minimize that real quick on the explanation, it has an explanation, I think, with it.
Okay. Hindustani Birdahi Coke. Oh no. Okay, translate post.
Did you just have a stroke?
A child prodigy from India has broken a world record. He added 100 four-digit numbers in his head. 100
104
in
digit
30.9
numbers.
seconds. So there would be one flashing on the screen like almost 2 a second.
Yeah, so if you look at the video, I mean, it's
That's just
and then he's got his hands kind of like doing a thing. Every time a number flashes, his fingers are doing something. So he's adding them up in some kind of crazy.
I think we waste a lot of genius in this world. I think before people like Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison, I don't know, Albert Einstein, I think they were maybe guided into areas where they could use their genius. Now we study the dictionary so you can win the spelling bee for 12 years.
Are you suggesting this Indian prodigy, with all his talent and all his skill and everything he's able to do,
Yeah.
all he needed was a calculator and 30 more seconds, and the result could have been the exact same?
And he could have spent his time with he's got a pretty amazing brain, right?
One would think.
Well, do something useful with it.
Like go buy a calculator from
Yeah, but-
Office Depot.
Like figure out how to go to Mars. He's busy adding 104 digit numbers in his head in 30.9 seconds. I can think of nothing more useless. It's impressive, but it's fucking useless. This guy's a genius. Tell this guy to solve world hunger
Hold
or
on,
some
maybe
kind of
this
shit.
This is just one of the ways he uses his genius. You see.
He adds all day long. He sits there and fucking adds numbers. That's all he does.
Meanwhile, little do we know, he's probably in Doge and he's trimming expenses as we speak.
I hope so.
He's actually cutting $4 trillion
He
right
is,
here.
one after the other, $1 after the other. And who's this joker with a clipboard? Like he's going to be able to keep track of 100 numbers in 40 seconds and make sure this is legit.
Yep, this checks out. Mhm. Yep.
She's fucking clipboard.
Yep.
What do you write on your clipboard, buddy?
Yep, even if
I
the
got
kid
the
got it
same
wrong,
result.
How are you going to tell the kid he got it wrong? Hey man, sorry, I know you've done great, but you were off by 1.
You didn't carry the 1 on problem 92.
For this Guinness World Records title attempt, Aaron's time starts as soon as he sees the first number.
He's got hand movements
and
like a
finishes
rapper.
when he inputs the total
Oh, you should put a rap behind this.
sum of all 100 numbers.
I mean, you could barely have time to read it.
That's
you
what I mean.
barely have time to read it.
I mean, this is a special kind of brain.
What the? I mean,
What does his shirt say?
see, mental calculation.
calculator.
Oh my God! So there's a bunch of mental calculators. There's a bunch of them. See, this is what happened throughout history. Man, cavemen. We were stupid. We kill mammoths. And we rape women.
Yep.
That's all we do. And occasionally we beat on a drum. And then one caveman gets born, and he's like this guy, and he's like, "Hey, I just made a wheel. Now we can carry the mammoths back to the cave on the wheel." And it's these. Every once in a while, there's geniuses born whose brains are so far superior to ours.
Can I test your brain?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you
Oh shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6
Oh.
numbers.
Yeah. How
And-
many digits? 4-digit numbers?
No, 1 and 2 digit numbers. Just
Okay.
totally.
Okay. 6.
All right.
Okay.
6 of them. Between 1 and 20.
I can't write them down.
Nope.
Like-
You gotta think quick.
I can't even remember these numbers. Okay, you can give them to me like every 2 seconds or something.
Sure.
Like that.
No, every 1 second.
Okay, every 1 second.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Test Mike's brain power here.
Okay.
9, 7, 8, 12, 15, 12.
63.
Oh, shit.
Did I get it? Woo!
And the only reason I know it, because I've added it up on the calculator, you see.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was really
Because
good.
the last two I forgot, and I was like, I think it was 50-something. I'm going to go with 63.
Can we do one more, you think?
No, I don't ever want to do that
All right,
again. That was stressful.
Yeah, so imagine the pressure this kid's under. And, you know, his parents are probably pretty hardcore into his learning. You know, they're probably
he does this a lot at home.
Yeah.
That's all he does. But he's into it.
his dad out of
He's
nowhere
way
is like,
into it.
what's 432 plus
Oh, my
255?
He's like, I was watching Bluey. Dad, I watched Bluey for...
What's 456 plus 782?
Mental Calculation World Cup champion.
Suck to come in second, right? I mean, like, you're still really smart, but just not quite
Exactly.
as smart as
you ain't shit.
you
though.
didn't carry the
You
one,
ain't
like you said
shit.
earlier.
Didn't carry the one. You
Yeah,
ain't
nobody
shit.
remembers number 2. If you're not first, you're last.
You're fucking last. Some comedian was doing that, talking about the difference between the fastest man in the world and the second fastest man in the world is this.
Mm-hmm.
It's this. But the difference between you're world famous and nobody knows who you are is this.
Yep.
If you were just that much faster,
And then
you're second, you're last.
And then you find out that little tiny difference was from steroids. And you don't find out that until 10 years later.
Oh, man.
When everybody's running career is over, you're too slow to do it again, and you're number 2, and you lost to the number 1
And
because the
nobody
number
cares.
1 had steroids and nobody gives a shit. Yeah.
He got all the accolades, and your accolades are, hey, by the way, you won.
And I was also steroid free. Let me just throw that out there.
Man, it sucks.
Yeah, that does
Sucks.
That's why you should just do steroids. Let's just put that out there.
I mean, they have the new steroid, what's it called? Just like the steroid Olympics, don't they?
I thought all Olympics were steroid Olympics.
No, they're supposedly not. They test them and everything.
Right.
So they're not on steroids while they're at the Olympics. They've been on steroids for the last 4 years.
Sure.
But then they stop them a week before the Olympics. But they're already jacked, so.
And you see these Olympians walking around with these gigantic jugs of water and other supplements they're trying to flush their system with and try to cycle around it.
It's all fake, I'm sure. I'm sure the Olympics is complete. You know, they're all drugged up, and it's all a scam. It's no fun. Everything's a scam. Sports is a scam. Everything's a scam.
Tell me Lance Armstrong wasn't able to pedal as fast in real life. It was just because of the steroids.
Who knows? Because they were all on steroids, so I don't know. But he sure did pedal fast. He had the right dope. He had the right doping, you know.
I mean, I had an Armstrong bracelet. I mean, who didn't have a yellow Armstrong Lance Strong bracelet back then?
Thank you very much. I was like,
it was trendy to have, so I had to have one back in the day.
I think I did an editorial about fuck Lance Armstrong and fuck his bracelet.
The bracelets, you don't see those anymore.
No.
That was like a big fad for a minute, and then slowly the bracelet sort of faded away.
I mean, it was a couple 3 years. Livestrong bracelets were huge.
Livestrong, that's what it
Livestrong
was.
bracelets were huge.
And then,
yellow.
And then they found out he was doped, and then all of a sudden the Livestrong thing just like went.
Yeah, everybody snipped them off.
That's right. They would do like snipping ceremonies.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't take it off your wrist. You had to. Like, show of
Dramatic.
solidarity. I'm going to get
Dramatic.
scissors. Instead of just pulling it off my wrist, I'm going to cut it.
He had ball cancer. Can't we forgive him?
Does he only have one nut now? Is that what he did?
I don't know.
Took one nut out?
Did he? And he didn't have ball cancer. He did it to make himself faster.
That's
It's dedication.
That is dedication.
Dedication.
That's 0.001 miles per hour he just gained.
He did.
By cutting off those 3 ounces.
3 ounces of wind resist. I hate the guys driving around the neighborhood in their Lance Armstrong outfits. It's like Pasco County, buddy. It's not that you're not on the Tour de France. You don't need a skin tight pants and your skin tight shirt and your aerodynamic helmet.
Let them train.
Oh my God!
Let them train.
Get the fuck out of here!
You don't know what they're training for.
They train for shit.
They
some
could have
jobber race.
They could have a big jobber race coming up next weekend, and they've got to roll around Pasco County doing what they do.
It's just. Yeah, it's anytime there's all these biking videos on the internet and goes, who's at fault? And I'm almost like, the biker. Who doesn't know the biker?
Cars rule the road. Biker.
He's right. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but Don and I are very, very anti-pedestrian. We're militantly anti-pedestrian.
Now, pedestrian in terms of what? Like people crossing the street pedestrian or walking on the side of the road? What are you talking about?
In terms of the modern day pedestrian and their self-righteous, pompous attitude as if they own the road, and the attitude of the media. And we watch the news religiously. And in Florida, we kill a lot of people on the roads. And so about once a week, twice a week, there'll be somebody who's hit by a car. And we pay very close attention. And they'll do the whole story, and this person was dead, and they're looking for the person who hit the, blah, blah, blah. And then the next week you'll listen to the story and the person was arrested, but they were never arrested for hitting the person. They were just arrested for leaving because the person walked out in fucking front of them. Because people think that when you're in a crosswalk, you don't have to look both ways. And it's like, this is 2025 and the news will never say it. That we hear stories all the time of the teenager going to school. He's hit, no charges at all because the kid fucking walked out in front of him because he's listening to his fucking iPod. And it's like, they're doing a disservice with this pedestrian privilege. When I grew up, it was like your mom would tell you, hey, you better look both ways so you don't fucking die. Right? Am I crazy?
No, you're on point. And not even look both ways. It was like, look left, look right, look left again.
Exactly.
It was,
and that's what I do.
Keep your head on a swivel. I do it to this day. Like, because honestly, like with electric cars and all that stuff, and if I got iPods in or whatever, like I'm not immune to that. I'm walking around with my AirPods in. Like, I get it. I'm that guy, right? But I'm at least gonna try to look and see if there's oncoming traffic. Other people there's in their own, in their own world. But with the electric cars, they're super quiet.
True.
The trucks you hear back of them. A car's coming.
But you should just
look anyways.
Make sure when you cross the road, you listen for cars. No, you watch for cars.
That's true. Yeah.
It's morons. It's fucking morons.
It's morons.
It's all the public's privilege. If you ever driven through the mother effing public parking lot, and the people, as soon as they walk out the door, they're like, "You better stop."
Well, they do have a crosswalk there. There's a crosswalk,
but they're not. Hey, when I grew up. And how I taught my kids is it's way easier for you to stop than a fucking 4,000-pound car. It's like I just wait for the cars. When I come out of a place, I don't care if I got a crosswalk. I'm like, no cars coming? All right. If a car's coming, like, go ahead. Car, man. Just go ahead.
I'll
fight you over this shit, too.
No, I'm with you.
Militant.
I'll be the nice guy. I also do, like, the courtesy jog. Because I
do the courtesy jog.
I know I'm not moving much faster than I would if I just continued to walk normally, right? But like I feel like I should do the courtesy jog and a little hand up hello.
The courtesy jog is appreciated.
It's
appreciated.
Like if you're gonna let me cross, I'm gonna cross and I'm gonna do a courtesy jog.
But I don't get the courtesy jog, Matt. I get the slow diagonal walk. Do you know the diagonal walk?
Of course I know the diagonal
You're like,
walk.
are you fucking
nightmare?
You're going diagonal?
Yeah.
You're actually walking twice the distance.
Yep.
As I sit here, you son of a bitch.
Or the shopping cart down the middle of the lane. Just when you're
shopping cart etiquette. Don't get me started on shopping cart etiquette.
I was gonna do a courtesy jog last week, coincidentally, at Publix, and this car had stopped the stop sign truck. And I was just going to wait for the truck to pass. No. This girl, she had fresh out the gym. She had, all the curves. She's wearing the sports bra and the tight Lululemon pants, the whole thing.
She's making a statement.
Looking good, right? Well, she didn't even think about whether or not she was going to go or not. This truck was at the stop sign, and she was going. and the truck's letting her because he's staring at her. So,
Yeah.
and I'm lagging behind him going, well, I guess I can go now because he's surely stopped and she's going to take her sweet time and he's going to stare at her. So I don't need to. I'm in her wake. You know what I mean? Like I'm crossing in her wake. You know, just by
you got to take advantage of things.
Yeah, she had hot privilege, so
you just
she was able to
just
pass.
rode those.
I rode her hot wake.
You rode it right out of there. The guy checking you out too. He's like, hey, that guy's not too shabby either.
Guy's built like a pug. I love it.
It's like I got a BOGO here.
Look at
Got a BOGO.
Look at this nude pug bod.
I keep telling Donna we need to drive, just repeatedly circle the public parking lot and just video it and just curse out all these privileged mother effers.
What? Okay, speaking of parking lots, what's the deal with Citizen Patrol? What's the deal?
What's the deal?
What's the deal with Citizen Patrol?
We're talking.
I'm dead serious, dude. I saw, like, I thought it was a cop behind me, and it wasn't. And, I pull off to the side to go around, and this damn F-150's behind me, and it's got lights. It's got the stickers on the side. It looks like a sheriff's truck.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, no difference. Except on the side, it says Citizen Patrol.
Oh, they got.
But it is from the sheriff's office
they can't
something.
do shit though. They can't do shit.
What do they do? Exactly. So, like, it's two old fogies.
Two old farts. That's what it is. It's the old fart patrol.
Roaming around a parking lot nonstop, which I don't know where they're getting the money for this. They got a nice new F-150.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they're volunteering their time or not.
They're volunteering.
They're burning fuel. They're making us pay car insurance, and they got a new F-150. So even if they're volunteering their time, we're volunteering our tax dollars to whatever this goddamn Citizen Patrol is.
Hey, was there any problem in that parking lot that day?
Yeah.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, the problem was I thought I had a cop behind me, and it wasn't. That's the fucking problem. If it was a cop, I respect.
Yeah, it's a Citizen Patrol.
Come on.
And I bet you get some guys.
No different than driving an old Crown Vic and pretending to be a cop. It's the same guy. It's the same type. It's a shitty person.
And then I imagine they want to tell you, they want to exercise their authority that they don't have.
They didn't say
But
anything.
they kind of got a uniform. I think they got a uniform on.
Dude, not only do they have a uniform on, it looks the same, and the windows are down, and the arm is out the window,
he's
so you
flexing,
see
he's
the
flexing.
green sleeve. So you really, honestly, you don't really know if it's a cop, or unless you read the fine print of Citizen Patrol on the side.
I do.
I don't know where this is.
I'm on the lookout for those guys. No, there's a you'll drive and you go, what the hell is that truck with it looks like a sheriff? I'm like, Citizen Patrol.
Who voted for the Citizen Patrol? I don't remember casting my ballot to be in favor of my tax dollars going towards the Citizen Patrol.
Ron DeSantis.
Get off my
Ron DeSantis and his new Doge department are going to solve that for you, man. Because we don't need. And maybe every once in a while the old man patrol might catch something. Maybe they at least see something suspicious. It ain't worth the money. We got to. It's time to chop.
All right.
Chop.
And furthermore, if they're going to find something, it's not going to be in a more affluent parking lot. Go to the less affluent parking lots.
See, then you'd have some bad things. You'd have some, Hey, you stupid. You stupid.
I mean, there's parking lots where
happened.
you immediately pull into a certain parking lot and you go, wow, some shit can pop off here at any time. And then there's other parking lots. You go, oh, well, there's a Belk's in here, a Kohl's, and a Publix. I don't really think
gonna be
this
a lot
is
of trouble.
And if there is, it's going to be a very minimal amount of trouble. Somebody's going to ding somebody's car with a cart or something like that. It's not going to be, and sure, is somebody going to get robbed occasionally? Probably. I get it.
What are these guys? I don't think
happen.
they probably don't even have guns. I don't think they even have guns. I don't think they have any power at all.
And there's cameras everywhere now. Like everywhere. Like, what is this old fogey's old vision going to do that's going to result in some halting of this?
Gives the old guy something to do, man. He's just lonely. Wants to pretend like he's a cop.
Go to
That's
an
all it
Asian
is.
massage parlor like every other old man.
Nope. He wants to pretend he's a cop. Tell you what to do, even though he has no authority to tell you what to do.
That's the thing, too, is
So
like
wait,
if he did tell me what to do, I can literally just tell him to shove it.
I think you can tell a cop to shove it. As long
I'm not telling a cop.
I'm
not doing that.
Oh God, it's like we watch these videos all the time of these people, and the way they treat cops now is there's a huge segment of society who, as soon as they're pulled over, they got an attitude, and they're gonna say,
Internet lawyers.
and they're like, yeah, I need a supervisor. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's like, oh, I would never. I'm like, yes, sir. What do you need, sir? Whatever you want, sir. That's how I act.
Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
mean, I'm sure if I got some cop was being an asshole, I might have a different attitude. But I start off being nice.
I don't even think I'd have a different attitude because, like, where is it going to get me?
It ain't gonna get you eating pavement.
Yeah,
where it's gonna get you.
It's not going to end up well. Like, even if the guy's a dick, it's just not going to end up well.
Nope.
You know.
And in the end, you might be. He's got a body.
Next thing you know, you got honey potted with a briefcase and the DUI. You know, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, you never know what's going on. It's a dirty game.
It's a very dirty game.
Dirty game, my friend.
Oh, Jesus. What's going on in the chat? Anything happening in the chat?
I'm checking the chat right now. You know, see.
Is Ned's Navy going to tell us who assassinated JFK and whether or not it was a conspiracy or not?
I don't think we're. I think you. Did you see anything from the new Jeff? I didn't see anything. It's just a bunch of people going, yeah, the files were released. Anybody know anything? It's 80,000 pages.
Dude, that's the thing. And then everybody's doing the same thing. They're going, hey, can somebody just like fill me in on like some major details here? And then you go like, well, all right, well, apparently Israel may have been involved. The CIA was involved. Like, there's all these different things. I don't know if I've learned anything new about the JFK files at all. And the stuff that I've read, I'm not going to follow up on.
That's the problem. We need the 80,000 pages digested into 8 paragraphs.
And furthermore,
8 seconds actually. We need 8 seconds explanation.
Yeah, I need like and the good stuff. Like, do we know, was there a second? Like, I think the whole premise is, or the whole crux of it is like, okay, there may have been a second shooter. It's likely that there was a second shooter and that Jack Ruby met with, what was the other guy's name? Lee Harvey Oswald in a nightclub a couple weeks prior to.
And the Lee Harvey Oswald has CIA security clearance and
yeah, all the stuff. And I'm going, yeah, like it's exactly as I thought it would be. I guess when I boil it down, I'm going, I don't know, and I don't know if anybody.
I don't think anything's ever.
Sounds like 80,000 pages of theory.
Bruce Wayne says, get the Indian kid to read the 80,000 pages in 34 seconds.
The human version of Grok.
That's true. They can't Elon just put Grok on those 80,000 and say, Grok, give me an 8,000 word.
Yes, you can.
Summation.
And I'm sure people have done that by now. I just haven't followed up on it. But yeah, you can import those docs and have them pare it down for you.
I mean, some people say that JFK opposed Israel getting nukes.
Yeah,
and that didn't work out for him. That's why I would assume that Trump will support Israel no matter what.
I mean, Iron Dome is a pretty sweet name. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Was it? It's like $5 million a missile.
Yes.
50,000, 500,000 a missile.
Something crazy, but. I mean, that is pretty cool. Like, if you know, when Israel was being attacked and you watch that Iron Dome in action, there is something pretty crazy interesting about watching that thing in action. Just take out those missiles in midair. Like, that is pretty, whether you're pro, anti, it doesn't even matter. Like, that is just crazy to look at. When they're firing all those in there and the Iron Dome's in action. It's pretty sweet.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's all I see is cha-ching. It's on my tax dollars. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
Yeah.
That, I mean, because they shoot up like 20 missiles to make sure they get get one.
Well, then you can, the opposition can send over a bottle rocket.
Yeah.
If they want, but it's going to be $250,000 to send up a counterattack missile. I don't know.
That's fucking
too smart for me.
It's not Hamas. It's American defense contractors sending rockets into Israel, so we have to use the Iron Dome.
Well, all I know is that Iron Dome is pretty sweet looking technology. How are and now I know that we apparently have some sort of technology like that. We just haven't tested it yet in real world, thank God. But I think that's what the Star Shield thing is. But like, is there any other countries around the world that have anything like that?
Not that I know of.
Why? How is that?
Well, for one thing,
possible?
Israel is a very small country.
Right.
It's very tiny. So if you,
I mean, Bahamas, pretty. No.
but if you think about like,
Hey man,
hey man, defense shield, Star Wars man.
we got the Iron Dome.
If I mean, to put that in the United States would be seemingly be so cost prohibitive.
I think
Because we're about 1,000 times bigger than Israel.
Well, I think we got a different thing going on.
Dude, Reagan was talking about the Star Wars Defense Initiative in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then you kind of never heard about it again. But we probably have it. We just never let on that we have it. Why would you let on that you have it?
Right. And fortunately, we haven't had that to use it yet. But if we keep pissing off Canada, boy, I don't know. Hey
I
there.
can't really take the Canada-America heat seriously. It's like, I mean, come on.
It's like John Cena versus CM Punk.
Nobody cares. I mean, I don't, like nobody's. Does any like are Canadians not coming down here anymore because they hate the U.S. and doesn't make the Canadian. I see Canadians talking bad about the U.S. and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure they'll get over it. I'm sure it'll blow over. Who cares? Nobody's got anything against.
And personally, if I was to go on a family vacation and the family was like, hey, we really want to go to Canada. It's a beautiful country up there. Let's do that. I would have no hesitation in going.
No way, Canada.
I would be like, yeah, absolutely. I would love to go to
Stupid.
Canada. It's beautiful up there. Like, yeah, like all the stuff that everybody's fighting about is stuff that like I don't want to have a heat with anybody
is anybody-
over that.
yeah.
It's not.
Is anybody really fighting about it? I think the media hypes it up.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's shit's there's some shit that needs to be settled. All the countries in the world are headed on a disastrous course, and somebody needs to fix it. And we'll see what happens.
Now, meanwhile, if the family was like, hey, we're taking a vacation down in Mexico or Canada, where do you want to go? I'd go, I wouldn't ask what part of Canada.
Yeah.
I'd ask, what part of Mexico?
Yeah.
I really would. Like,
I'm not going to Mexico. I don't care. I'm not taking the chance that I'm going to the resort where the guys come in on jet skis and shoot up the place. I'm not taking that chance. I'm going to fucking Alberta.
Hey there,
Ain't nobody in Canada. Ain't nobody ain't getting hurt at all.
I know, right? Isn't that the
Go to
weird thing?
Vancouver, someplace like that.
But like for real, like if you're faced with the two options of vacation, like there is again in Canada, I would just go, oh, we're going to Canada. In Mexico, I'd go, where?
Exactly where.
I need to know pinpoint. And we need to agree as a family, we're not leaving the resort, right? We're staying.
Yeah.
And don't wear your nice watch. Don't, no nice shoes, nothing. Just be.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Look like we're going to all be brokies in Mexico. Canada, you can,
you can flex.
You flex
can
a little bit.
bling out in Canada.
You brokey it in Mexico.
I ain't going to Mexico. I just ain't.
I mean, Cancun? Come on.
No, not doing it.
Man, no cruises.
No.
No Cancun.
I'm playing it safe. No hikes in Montana where there might be grizzly bears. I'm not doing nothing. Nothing. The safe.
Dream vacation.
I've been there.
Where you going? Dream vacation. Italy?
I see.
France?
France! I have never had the desire to travel in my entire life.
If you
in
had
my
to.
entire life. If I had to, you're forcing me to travel.
Forcing you to travel.
The Mediterranean, like the Greece and areas like that, looks spectacular.
Well, you're gonna love Gaza in the next 20 years. It's gonna be beautiful.
Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
Gaza Strip is going to be the bomb. Better than the Vegas. Shit!
Bomb.
I was an accidental palm. That's a good. That's a good tagline, though.
So the Mediterranean. That's the spot.
Oh, it looks so like peaceful, gorgeous, like
Don't you think though? You get over there, like it's almost like people looking at Florida and they're going, "Wow, the beaches look really nice." But when you live here, kind of like, I mean, that beach, it's okay. It's a little crummy. You got to look out for some beach trash and stuff like that. Like, do you think the people that live over there in the Mediterranean, they're going, I don't know what there's. Like, you think they're kind of going, I don't know what everybody's so interested in this for.
I think it's human nature.
Just get old and bored with it?
Like Weston moved to Arizona, and in his backyard is the desert and the mountains. And
Sure.
It's like, wow. But after a week, I bet you're like, mountains.
Yep.
We got the deer that come through here in the first 6 months a year. We were, feeding the deer. And I was like, look at all these deer. And now we're like, are there fucking deer out there? Are there? I can't let the dogs out. They're fucking deer.
It's a great change of pace when you see something different, like a turkey roll through. You're going,
oh.
a turkey!
Exactly.
Oh, look at that! That's crazy.
There's a whole gaggle.
I've seen this deer for the last year. Now the turkey appears.
Yeah, there's a whole gaggle of turkey out there with their babies. It's awesome. But the deer, like. If you see a buck, it's cool. Big ass buck you very rarely see them because they know they're going to get shot, so they stay deep in the woods. Sucks to be a buck.
I was over at somebody's house.
A deer call.
Not too long ago, and they had a big, the big deer head, the buck head, on the wall. And it's
still a thing.
It's still a thing, and I was like looking at it, but the eyes are fake.
Yeah,
because taxidermy is weird, but that's a whole nother thing.
It's question that.
You thought a funeral director is weird. What do you mean a taxidermy?
Taxidermy.
But yeah, dude, the deer is staring at me on the wall, and I know it's not his real eyes, but like, I'm still kind of going, it's a weird move to just plaster that thing on the wall and leave it there for years. You don't take it down. They don't take it down.
No, ever. Who takes down the...
They add more. Got another one.
He was a prodigious hunter.
Add another one.
Were you impressed at his hunting prowess?
I mean, I guess. Depending on how it... I never asked him, how did you take this one down? Like, I don't know. Could have got it in an estate sale for all I know.
He slathered himself in deer urine and blew a Tom's teaser for an hour. Then ambushed the deer from behind.
Like a Navy SEAL, that guy.
Go out and hunt with a knife. Be a real man.
If you shoot the deer in the face, does that mean you can't hang the head after that, right?
I guess you don't shoot the deer in the face.
Like you never see any. The faces are always pristine.
Perfect. You shoot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, there's not even a hair missing. Everything is nice and perfect when you look at the deer on people's mantles.
I think you got to shoot him in the heart. Like the.
That's where I would fail. I shoot him in the face. I pull a Dick Cheney on something.
You wouldn't kill him, and he'd just be a deer walking around the forest with a mangled face. I can't eat. I'm going to starve to death. Thanks, Matt.
Now I'm thinking about Dick Cheney shooting that guy in the woods. Like that wasn't weird. Like how did that not get more run on being a weird?
I think he fucking did it on purpose.
Dude, he shot his boy with wasn't it like a shotgun? Like
blammo, yeah. Quail, somebody say quail. Pull.
And it was just a crazy accident in the woods.
Allegedly, yeah. Shot his friend in the face with a shotgun.
What a nightmare. First of all, I mean, to be Dick Cheney's friend, like, that's kind of on you to begin with, because you're...
You're shady.
You're shady. You got to know your boy's evil. And then to go hunting with him.
It's on you. It's on you. Dick Cheney's the only scumbag vice president. He was put in there, I guess, to run everything because George Bush was hanging out.
Which he did.
And then there was no thought ever, not a mention of Dick Cheney running for president after George W. was done. They're like, he did his job. Nobody would vote for this crook.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. Mother effers.
Oh, my God. What time? Oh, my God.
It's almost been 2 hours.
It's almost been 2 hours.
It's almost been 2 hours. It's about time.
It's about
time to wrap it up.
We have the overtime.
Overtime.
CloseDraftShow.com. We've got the ability for you to download us and subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Do it all. Do it all.
Do it all.
And-
Just do it all.
And how about a comment? How about throw us a comment? How about throw us a YouTube comment that says, "Hey, great hang, guys." Is that hard? Is that hard? I guess nobody listening. Yeah, you're just on YouTube. How about a comment? Hey, Mike and Matt, fucking amazing show. How about that? What's that? They're gonna kill you? They're gonna fucking kill you?
Come on already.
God,
it's a big deal. Although you did post last week's episode kind of late.
It had something I had to edit out because we were partially blocked in many countries.
All we're doing is hanging. What did we do wrong to be? What do you mean blocked in countries?
Like during the break, something was playing that was a music that was. It's like weird. Every once in a while, YouTube will say, this artist doesn't let you, it's blocked, and then you're like effed, and you got to chop it out, and it's a dirty game.
The hang has been blocked by countries. Think about how controversial are we?
Pretty controversial. Everything I put up on YouTube says ad revenue shared with creator. So if I had it, but I don't monetize it. But if I did, it's like, why bother? Because everything I do contains that kind of shit. Parody songs and everything. It's like, nah, whatever. What am I gonna make? $11 on YouTube this because everything I'm sharing with people and blocked and banned in 8 countries. Like, Jesus.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I like to know what countries we're banned in. It's fun.
Always Russia, and I don't why are we banned in Russia? The artists really don't want their shit seen in Russia.
Man,
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Well, we'll have a Hang OT coming up. So
and hopefully I didn't play anything that got us banned in Russia today.
Damn Putin.
And we can put this right up on YouTube. Fucking Vlad. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you on the OT, hopefully, which you can only get at clusterfshow.com. Thanks for hanging, and we'll see you guys.